the first thing I ask for junglers is you usually want to make a plan on the champ select loading screen. Do you do that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what can you tell me? Like, what's your plan right now, or in this game?
So my plan was that I wanted to gank bot lane first, so I was just gonna do 3 camp bot clear and then head straight to bot because Zach this season usually likes to do that. He likes to do a 3 camp into the gank on where he was. So
You say Zach?
yeah. That's what I thought, but maybe it was wrong.
Oh, why are you thinking about Zach? Why are you thinking about Zach? Or what you think Zach's gonna clear his blue 3 camps and gank bot? That's what you thought?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He could. But why? Yeah, he could. But I would say like it's like a I don't know, I'm just making up a number, but like 40% chance he does that, or 35% chance he does that. You should never not never, but you shouldn't assume something unless you're like pretty sure, like 70 plus per usually like that, or 50 plus at least. So what was your plan? Your plan is to do red, then what?
Red into Raptors into Krugs and then gank bot lane.
Okay, that's not a bad plan. And can you tell me why you were looking at bot specifically in this game?
I was really looking to get the Kaisa fed. That was pretty much about it.
Okay, I mean your conclusion is correct, but there's like other reasons why it's correct, so I'll just share it with you. Like bot lane, you have Blitzcrank. That's one of the biggest reasons why you would want to gank bot. Blitz is really easy to set you up for ganks. Just greatly hook someone, right? The enemy has not much. I mean, they have Jin Root, so that's why I say there is a lower chance that Zach could also gank bot after 3 camps because Kaisa and Blitz, they don't have any dashes, so if they play it well, like they land the Jin Root and then Zach comes in and lands his E, that could be pretty deadly. So you being there makes sure it's a winning play because you guys already win. Let me give you an example. If you go bot and you get a gank off, you win. If Zach goes bot and he gets a gank off, he wins. If you both go bot, you generally win just because you have Blitz. So in that sense, 2 scenarios you win, 1 scenario you lose, right? That's why I'm saying it is like a 30% chance, 35% chance Blitz goes bot because it's not likely that he's going to get a winning scenario. So most of the time he wouldn't bother with that. But for you, yes, for you had 2 out of 3 times, and if you go, it's almost always a winning scenario if you go, right? Because if you go and Zach's not there, you win. If you go and Zach is there, you probably win. So for you, it's pretty much you have to go there. So I like that. The other reason I like that is because top lane, you look at Mundo versus Garen. Those are like 2 tanky guys, and Mundo has like no CC. Garen has like no CC. I mean, they have a little bit of CC, like the slow and the silence, but it's not much. So it's hard for ganks to happen up there. And they both have like regenning passives, so they can generally be pretty healthy. So it's not too easy for either of them to die. So yeah, I wouldn't care too much about top. So I like your plan. There's another plan that could work too. Is you could just full clear bot side, like start your blue buff and full clear all the way bot. You'll be level 4, and then you gank. There's different times when you want to gank. Yeah. I'm trying to think which one's better. I like the level 3 gank just because I like your plan actually. Just because people don't expect it as much as the full clear gank. Like 3 camps gank is less predictable than full clear and then gank. So you might be able to.
I also sorry.
Sorry, what did you say?
I was gonna say that I also kind of feel like I messed up in a way because usually I will usually do like red, blue, grump into level 3 invade.
Red, blue.
That's I can get a flash.
Oh, I mean, it depends on the game. Like, that could be I mean, red, blue, grump. Usually you want to do red, raptors, grump. That's a better 3 camp, usually.
Okay.
Red, but I mean, the idea is the same. Red, raptors, grump, or red, blue, grump. Those are both 3 camps. Both get you level 3. I'm just saying, usually you want to do the red, raptors, grump. That way you just... usually it's... For Viego, yeah, usually it's faster. Slightly. For Viego, not much faster. But also it clears your raptors. So then when you do red, raptors, gromp, and you gank, and the enemy jungler invades your red side, they can't steal your raptors. That's one of the main benefits of doing that. Oh, you say you're invading. Yeah, okay. I mean, it always depends, right? Like, we're talking about other games here, right? Not this game? Or did you want to do it this game?
This game I didn't invade. I probably should have because I found out that he didn't do a 3 camp. He actually did some sort of like full clear.
Oh yeah. So that's another thing you can think about. Yeah. Another thing you can think about is so we've just been talking about ganking, right? Like how bot lane looks like really nice for you to gank because of Blitzcrank. There are other factors, right? But I would say top lane's not the factor, so we eliminated that. We didn't talk about mid or jungle yet, right? So mid and jungle. So I mean, you're jungle, you're versus Zach. Zach usually likes to full clear. If you usually because
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's just like knowledge, like I know that, but yeah. The thing is because Zach's E, his E, the jumping thing. The range increases with levels. So usually he wants level 4, so he gets level 2E, which increases the range, which makes his ganks and stuff much more deadlier. Right? Level 1E is pretty weak, like pretty short. But that's also why I'm saying he probably won't 3 camp gank bot because his level 1E is pretty low. Like it can barely reach the lane from the bush.
Okay, well that's good to know.
But the other interesting thing also... Oh yeah, go on.
Well, I was just gonna say, I thought he was just like any other
jungler?
Champ or tanker.
Yeah, so that's where knowledge comes into play here. Like, just knowing what champions do. Not only what they do, but what they like to do. Like, what are their goals? Like, when are they strong and so on. So, yeah, Zach definitely wants level 4. Most of the time, I would say like 75% of the time he wants level 4 before he does the gank.
Okay.
Yeah, but there is another problem with invading him. You see his ignite, right?
I didn't realize that came.
It's not common. Mostly Zach would be using flash. So the fact that he has ignite makes me not want to invade him though, because it's just because of the ignite. Like he has ignite, you don't have ignite. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I would invade. I still think ganking bot is the best play so far from what we've talked about. The last thing we need to talk about is mid lane. Mid lane is you have Ahri versus Malzahar. I don't know if you know, but Viego Ahri is one of the strongest mid jungle duos there are, because you both can get picks really easily. Like you have your stun, Ahri has her charm. You're both very mobile, right? You have your alt EW. Ahri has her alt W, and you both get resets. Like if you get a kill, you get a body, and then she also gets an extra ult charge every time she gets a kill or assist. So you guys, two of you, are really, really strong at but whatever you choose to do. Like you can, it's easy for you guys to kill Malzahar. It's easy for you guys to invade Zac. It's easy for you guys to go kill the side lanes, Garen or Jhin. So Ahri might be something you want to always look at, like how is mid lane going. The problem with Malzahar is pretty safe. Like he just wave clears and he has this spell shield and he can just sit under tower a lot of times. He's pretty safe, but the weakness of Malzahar is he doesn't roam very well, so you can like kind of gank him, but not. Maybe you don't get a kill. Maybe you get a flash or something. Whatever. You just push the wave mid, and then you and Ari go kill the side lanes. Malzahar can't deal with that. Malzahar can't help as much as Ari can. So that's what I'm thinking with my mid lane. Is the maybe not killing Malzahar, but pushing so my Ari will help me in other places. But so far, right? We're talking a little later. So far, our early plan is gank bot. I like that. Whether it's full clear gank bot or 3-camp gank bot, they both sound okay to me. Those are the winning plays. So you're doing that too, and that's great. Okay, and I see the Discord is sharing your screen. Can you just click hide? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's all. I mean, that's basically what I would think about, like in the champ select or loading screen. Like I'm looking at all these things, and then I think, okay, ignore top. Try to help mid, so mid can help me. That's the thinking, and then focus on bot lane, and probably don't invade Zac early, unless you have help, like Ari can help you or something. And Zac probably wants to full clear, but maybe not, but probably does. That's all the thoughts. And so our plan is 3-camp bot gank, right? Okay, now you can press play. Unless you have questions, let me know.
You're fine.
Okay, so that's all this thinking happens just before the game even starts, and then now we play the game and we see. Yeah, things can change as we play. Right? You start sweeper. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
What did you? Oh, so usually if you do Raptors level 2, E is better, just because you auto way more. Like W doesn't really do anything.
Okay.
Okay, so as you're doing cards, you should be looking at bot lane. Like, let's see what's happening there. Sweet. Okay, yeah. Okay. So this looks pretty good. You need to, yeah. Oh, nice try. Okay. Oh, my game's lagging a little bit. I mean the stream, but hold on.
Should I try?
You should be recalling right here. Yeah, you should be recalling right here. It takes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're low HP too, so like, look how far it takes you to. Oh, you're going for a mid gank. That could work, but
yeah.
I think he has the spell shield, so probably not. She missed.
She also missed.
Yeah. So this is too much of a gamble. Like it could work, but really the safest play was just to recall and immediately go top. Because the problem is when you gank bot like that, the enemy jungler knows what you did, or they can assume what you did. They see you have red buff, they see you have 12 CS, so most likely you just cleared red and then ganked bot, so then he's going to think, okay, maybe I can go steal your blue buff or something. But if you recall and go straight to your blue buff, you might be able to kill him there or even stop him taking the blue.
Yeah, and he did take my blue, because when he tried to get in top lane and it failed, but I looked up there and I saw that he had the blue buff.
Yeah, and I think if it depends I don't know what path he did. If he just went red to blue or something, then he gets it. But you definitely, if you just recall and go back, you have a chance of stopping him at least.
Okay. Do you want me to, because right now it's being screen captured through the app, do you want me to just do the entire screen?
Wait, I don't understand the question. What are you doing?
Because you were saying it's kind of lagging.
Yeah,
So I don't know if it's still lagging.
it is lagging. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it because I
Do
don't
you
know?
mind if I?
Yeah, go ahead. Try to set it up. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean exactly. I think it's still lagging. I think it's still lagging. It might be my fault.
Okay.
So that was a wasted gank. Do you know why?
Yeah, because I didn't get anything down.
No, but like even if you land something, nothing happens because you look at your Ari. Ari has no mana, no health, so it doesn't matter. All you did was show the enemy where you are. So it's better to stay hidden unless you're gonna get something, right? If you're hidden, then no one knows where you are. Jin will be scared, like, oh, maybe Viego will come gank me. But once you show mid, Jin will be like, oh, I don't have to worry about Viego. He's mid.
That's true.
Is there a reason you went PTA, or do you always go PTA?
So with me, I started in like 2021, so information that I get sometimes is kind of like muddy in my head.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I go PTA, because people have said like it pairs well with him and like his kit.
It does.
Especially like with the whole crit Viego.
Are you going crit Viego this game?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm just wondering.
What would you suggest?
I think I would go Conqueror. I think most of the times you go Conqueror, but PTA does have its place for Viego, so I'm not gonna say it's the worst decision. Oh, you shouldn't buy Merc Chest first item usually. What you bought? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of gold into just defense and utility. Usually you want to buy like your mythic item first. I mean, you can buy boots, but like the tier 1 boots. But then yeah, because it's a lot of stats you're missing right now. Like you're not very strong. You could be stronger with stats. You don't have any stats.
I see.
So like boots and 2 longswords or 1 longsword. Wait, it's 2 longswords. Boots and 2 longswords would be stronger than this, than just Merc Trades. You look bot. Do you look, when you're playing the game, like what's happening? Like
Yeah, I do. I tend to.
Okay. So here, what are you doing? So here, this is wrong because look at Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is not here. So jungle is the macro game is like a numbers game. So this is wrong because you don't even have an advantage here. You guys are 2v2, right?
Right.
This is 2v2. Oh, this is actually close. Zach was here a while ago, so okay, it works. But I don't think this is right because the concept is unless like your team is really ahead, you don't want to just like 2v2. 2v2 is just the even fight, right? Why are you going for an even fight? Jungler usually wants the favorable fight, so you want to be 3v2 or 1v2, 2v1. So you just going for that. This is low probability, and then yeah, it's just low probability. Like you're not really doing anything with that. You're showing yourself on the map for just the even fight. You don't want even fights.
Okay.
I mean, again, unless like you're really fat, or your teammate is really fat, then you can do this. If Zach was still there, bot side, you guys just lose. So you just went into a losing play in that one.
True.
And usually you bought 2 pots. Usually you don't want to ever buy pots after your first buy. Initially you buy that 1 pot, but after that, pots aren't that useful. Like you see, you're pretty healthy. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so right now you want to. No.
My initial decision was that I wanted to gank mid, but then I decided since he's up on top of the turret, I just decided that's an easier play.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Only issue is here that I don't think we got this kill because he flashed away.
But that's still a win, right? Ganking and you getting a flash. A flash is almost as valuable as a kill.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that means next time he won't have flash. Or if Zac ganks Mundo, it's hard to kill Mundo because they can't flash onto Mundo. So flashes, flashes are very valuable. Yeah. Here, I believe we saw Sona around. Yeah, that's why this is not great. But Malzahar is there, so this could be good. And then you don't see Mundo moving. So, okay, here you learn one of Viego's biggest weaknesses is you go back. I can show you, or yeah, I don't know. I can explain it. So like you play it and then notice when you press W. Let's just play it. And then I think you W into them. Yeah. Okay, right here. Okay, right. You can pause or whatever. When you press W, what do you do after you press W? If you land it, great. If you don't land it, think about that. How terrible it feels. One of Viego's I could say like biggest weaknesses is that when he goes in, he doesn't really go out. You can use your ult out, but that's still not, or like flash out, but it's not that great. So when you go in, for Viego, other champs might be different, but for Viego, make sure you're confident that you want to go in. Like, do you even want to go in there? Think about it. If you go in this situation, you actually don't even want to go in because your Mundo is kind of far. Your Ahri is here, but that just means you guys are 2v3. When your Mundo comes, it will be 3v3. But look at Malzahar. Malzahar is also coming, so it's eventually the fight. Once the fight lasts long enough, it's just going to be a 3v4. So you never win this in any scenario, right? At the beginning, it's 2v3. Later, it's 3v3. And then finally, it's 3v4. So at no point do you actually win this situation. So you don't even want to go in. You want to just leave because you can recognize they have Sona and you don't have Blitzcrank. It's just, again, it's the numbers game. You know, like when I told you I wouldn't gank bot, it's just a numbers game. Here is the numbers game. I'm like, okay, I just leave. That's it. Yeah. And then like maybe I don't know what you're thinking, but I can say like maybe you're thinking, oh, I want to help my Ahri or something. But Ahri is fine because Ahri has ult. Like she can go in and she can go out with her ult. Like she's not like you, right? You can go in, but you can't go out. She can do that. So you don't have to worry about her. You just worry about yourself. And yeah, don't go in. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think another part of that too is that I didn't really look at the map to see where the Garen was.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I felt like, oh, we could do a 2v2, but you're right. Like I didn't even look to see where the Malzahar was, and I didn't look to see where the Garen was. So yeah, it just was gonna get worse from there. Even if we
but I'm saying even without Garen and Malzahar, it's still losing, right? Because they have Sona. They have Sona. You guys, so there's no situation where you guys actually like this is winning for you. But I'm saying, I mean, this is important for no matter which champion you play. But I'm saying it's extra important for Viego because, like I said, Viego goes in, he doesn't really go out. So you need to make sure you want to go in because you'll die if you make the wrong choice, right? So yeah, right. Let's play. Here, like Mundo and Ahri, they're probably okay, unless Malzahar ults. Okay, Ahri's probably dead. But in another world, you don't even go in, and then Ari leaves earlier too. So you leave early, Ari doesn't. You kind of like bait your Ari in too, and then Ari leaves early, and neither of you die, and then everything's fine. That's in an alternate reality. Going. Yeah, going for this is not advised. You do get it. It's not advised again because they were just here. I think they just took Rift. I wasn't. They just took a Rift. And you don't have your Ari, so it would just be, we don't know who's there. It looks like some people already recalled, and I think Sona was out of mana. Yeah, so you did get the scuttle, but usually it's not advised to even go there.
Okay.
So a lot of the things I'll be teaching you is like the macro game and looking at like the map. I'm not really telling you about like your mechanics. Like mechanics, generally fine. I mean, it could be better, but you just practice your mechanics. So for junglers, it's mostly about the macro game, looking at the map a lot and seeing or predicting where people are. So here, let's look mid. What's happening mid?
We go back. Okay.
It's looking okay, but I'm guessing she gets ulted again.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, not even. She just okay. That's not your fault. Well, it could have been your fault. See, I'll give again an example. In an alternate world, you don't. No, I'm gonna say it's not really your fault. Actually,
I guess I feel like if we made it out, maybe she would be okay, but I don't
Here, another thing you should notice, or I think you already told me before we started this review, is like Sona's always mid, or like she's just not bot. Like,
yeah, she just kept roaming the entire time.
Yeah, so like you should just during the game you should just make a mental note. Okay, Sona's gonna be roaming all game. My bot lane is gonna be winning, so I need to like play accordingly. So what that means is, I try not to be too aggressive in the top side. So what that means is top side, I just take my camps if I can. Sometimes you can't even take your camps. Take my camps and keep going bot, and then covering my Blitz and Jhin. So if the enemy ever tries to gank Blitz and Jhin, and you're there, then you guys probably win. So that's basically a simple plan. Yeah. So like dragons you can fight for, and then Rift Heralds you probably just want to give up. It's like that kind of idea.
Yeah.
And like right now your Kai'Sa's killing it, right? Because I mean you are Jhin is 1v2 against them. Yeah. So I mean that's kind of the trade-off, right? So you look at your top lane is getting wrecked, but at the same time your bot lane is wrecking their bot lane. So that's kind of like how League works, give and take.
So do you think like your advice this game would have been just to like keep spam ganking bot and to push it as much as possible?
Yes. It doesn't mean gank bot. Like you might actually, I mean, yeah, you can dive it too and everything. But it also means taking bot camps. Like take his Gromp. Basically, how this works is, he should be taking your Gromp and you should be taking his Gromp. That's how it should play out. I mean, I don't know. It might not play out like that,
right.
But that's usually how it works when like it's called strong side and weak side. Like right now, your strong side is bot, your weak side is top, and then for them it's the opposite. So that's generally how you win games is by playing to your strong side and ignoring or just slightly defending your weak side.
Yeah, that's one of the main problems I need to work on because I tend to like try to be everywhere, but then it allows. I don't know what the right word is, but it just allows like.
Well, you just can't. You don't have the. I don't know what's the word. You just don't have the ability to be top. Like, what are you gonna do top? Think about it. You and Mundo. What are you gonna do against 3 people? It's 2v3, right? Sona, Garen, Zach. You just don't have the ability. So the correct play is okay. Just forget it. Ignore top and then play bot. And then the same for the enemy. What can they do bot? They can't do anything to you bot because you have Blitzcrank. They don't have Sona. Like they can't do anything to you guys. So that's how we could like split the map. We call it like split the map. So they get top side, you get bot side, and then we'll get to mid game and we'll see who's better. That's kind of like how it works.
Right.
But if you don't play towards your bot side, then you're kind of wasting. Yeah, you're wasting like the advantage that you have bot. Right? Or look at your bot lane right now. They're pushing there. You should actually be helping them. Like, I mean, right now, I don't know about right now, but before, like if you're helping them there, they can just keep doing this, and the enemy can't really do anything. I mean, right now it looks like they're still dominating. So, I mean, right now the game's fine actually. Right? Look at the goal; it's pretty. You guys actually have 2 dragons. That's great. I mean, as you should, right? I think they got 2 Rift Heralds, or no, the next Rift Herald's coming, I think. So maybe not yet, but this is how the game should play. But I'm saying, but if you recognize it early, then you can maximize the effects like even more. Right? It's already playing out like how it should anyway. So you didn't really lose too much. I mean, I assume that Zach doesn't know what to do in this situation either. Like, if you didn't know, I don't think Zach knew either. So it's not. Yeah, it's not too bad in the lower elos. So like here, you're wasting time top, right? Like I said, there's nothing to do here. You just clear your top camps and just keep going bot, or in this case, it could be mid because your strongest member right now is Kai'Sa, so you want to play around your Kai'Sa. What are they doing? Are they AFK? Ari,
I don't know.
Ari and Kai'Sa. Oh, can you look? Oh, yeah, like, can you look at Ari? Like, enjoying the game. Were you looking? Like, oh, he's just standing there.
Yeah.
Oh, I think she is. I think she is AFK. Okay. Okay, she's back, right? This could be good. Okay. So here, I would try to do Rift. I think they might already. It's a chance they already have it. But
yeah, they did. The time we got there is already done.
I still say it's worth that you guys got those 2 for me. Oh, okay. But you should win right now. Yeah, you just win. Okay. No, that's pretty good. And then Dragon, hopefully. Maybe, I don't know, less than a minute or so.
I think we just pushed mid tower.
Okay.
And we took drag after that. Actually, no, because we died at drag.
Oh. How did that happen? Actually, yeah, Dragon's not free, but it's Zac spawns, but
Yeah.
I think you guys still have the advantage for Dragon. Yeah. So you should notice the game state right now. The game is 10-9. Gold is even, right? Because of that. But look at your Kai'Sa and look at their Zac. Kai'Sa is way more useful with gold than a fed Zac. So that's why you guys should like force things. Okay. Well, then once that happens, you lose. Once that happens, you lose, right? Because like, it's a simple numbers game. That means you guys are 4, they are 5. That's it. You just lose. So, you would stop Dream the Dragon and just like ping your whole team. Okay, just give it up, and that's it. In that situation.
Okay.
You also need to think about what does your comp do and what does their comp do. Your comp is a pick comp. You have Viego, you have Ari, you have Kai'Sa, you have Blitzcrank. They're all good at killing one guy. The enemy team is a team fight comp. They have AoE, right? Zac, Malzahar, Sona. Those are all AoE. They can hit multiple people with one ability. So they like to team fight. You guys like to pick people like in the jungle or whatever.
Does that reflection kind of like, or intuition just take time to like understand?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, do you know what all these champs do in this game? These 10 champions?
Like their abilities?
Yeah. Do you know their abilities? All 10?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Sometimes a little bit confusing.
Okay, yeah. So for me, it's like I'm thinking of, well, if you know their abilities, I'm sure if I gave you enough time, you would also come to the same conclusion. Maybe I come to it like naturally. But if I like gave you 5 minutes and I asked you what does this comp like to do, what does that comp like to do, I'm sure you could figure it out too. But yeah, it just comes down to what each champ does, and then you can look at them and just add it all up, like like add it up. Yeah. Actually, Viego does some AoE, but like. But that's how you can decide what should you do to win the game, or what should you do in the late game, right? So in this case, what should you do in the late game is not to team fight. It is to pick people. Like, so you control the jungle, and then you just hope to find a pick. When you get a pick, then you can team fight. Like, so when you get a pick, that means your team is 5, their team is 4. Then you have a better chance, right? But 5v5, your team just should not win team fights. Or similarly, not just 5v5, right? Same with like 4v4 or 3v3 or when it gets to like 2v2, then you guys do better. 2v2 or 1v1s, your team is better. Their team is generally better in the other situations. So right now we're at 22 minutes, and that's generally what we call that, like mid-game, late game. So what I just talked about applies here now. So we'll see how your team plays with it. It's not all up to you, right? Late game. Late game is a team effort, so. No, nothing. Unfortunately, usually team fight comes in better late game, but you guys could play it. So how pick comps work, you try to split the enemy up. So right now what you're doing is fine. Like one person top, one person bot, and then we'll try to cause some chaos. It's hard for them to kill Mundo and Ari, so yeah, you guys are playing pretty correctly, at least for now. So this situation, you don't really do anything unless you get it, like, again, if you can see an easy pick. Like, that's an easy pick. Okay, nice. You're using Sona's body too long. You auto twice in Sona body?
Yeah.
The Sona body, her autos don't do anything. So you just want to use her all 3 abilities, right? QWE, just spam them. Maybe use her empowered auto, and then switch back to Viego, because your Viego body is way better than just this Sona body with no abilities.
Okay. So any kind of like enchanter support, I should just.
Yeah, you don't. You just want to use their 3 abilities if you can. Sometimes you can't even use all 3 abilities, and then just go back to Viego. Right. Unless you have like you're peeling for your like Kaisa, like you can peel for your Kaisa, but you're pretty strong yourself too. You're the second strongest member in this on your team, so. So again, this is not favorable for you, remember, because your team is not good at team fights. Right now this is 5v5. It's not your responsibility alone. You guys win by like Blitz landing a hook on a non-tank. The problem is they have 2 big tanks.
I mean, we're also just like separated too, which I don't think that was a good thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, and in some cases it is. You guys just, in this case, not really. Yeah. And once Ari dies again, you just lose. You could try to steal it, but do you have a blast cone? Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So you notice you're way more effective in like a 1v1 or something like that than in a full-on 5v5. It's not the kind of game you want to play.
Right.
I mean, well, not you, but like your team. Sorry. Sometimes Viego can be good in 5v5 comps. This one, not really.
Do you think I should just keep him to? There's been this whole thing about like, well, specifically one streamer has said like he's usually best with like two frontline members, like two engagers.
Viego?
Just keep it to that. Yeah.
Viego just needs one. He just needs one. But you guys, what do you call it? You have one, which is Mundo, but what do you call it? It's just that your comp kind of loses to they have two frontliners. Viego wants like one kill or something, or not just Viego. In this case, your whole comp just needs one kill, and then you guys can snowball the fight. But they have two big tanks in front of them and blocking them. It's hard. You're not gonna kill Zach, Garen, Garen maybe, but it's still hard to kill Garen. So that's the main problem. And you guys don't have any much threat on their carries. Like you guys can't really dive. The only dive, yeah, your dive's not that great. Like you don't have like a Nocturne or something to dive in to kill the carries. So it's just hard. It's just hard in this one. Did you purposely pick Viego, like thinking this was a good game or something, or what did you?
I did. I really did, because I'm still like in the mindset of Blitz being like a frontline engager.
Oh,
but
no, I mean he kind of can be, but it's weak because he just pulls and knocks up, and then what? He's just a meat shield, kind of like Mundo. Mundo's not like, they don't have like the AOE CC. Like think about Zac. Zac's is all AOE. Like it's, but Blitz and Mundo, they only apply CC to one target. So that's why that's why it's just hard. Like their frontline is definitely better than your frontline. And okay, this is nice. And your backline is better than theirs. No, kind of. I mean, your Kai'Sa is better than Jhin, but Malzahar is better than Ahri for damage, so it's kind of evens out there. Yeah. The best thing I can tell you is just try to cause chaos. So what you want to do is flank. You know how to flank on Viego, like looking at the back and then using your E to kind of just get in there, or at least threaten that you're behind them. Oh, okay. Because Viego, you don't want to just run at them straight head on. Sometimes it works if your team has better frontline, but their team has better frontline. So how do you beat a team with better frontline? You ignore the frontline and you get through from behind. So it's like a flank.
Oh, okay. Is that kind of similar to like Evelyn, the way that she's behind?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's harder with Viego, obviously, because you're not invisible all the time. But he can do it. He can do it. And the thing is, even if you don't do it, like they see you there, right? Oh, even if they see you there, they have to respect you, and then their formation can break, and then maybe your team could do something. It's not guaranteed, but like I said, your team wants to cause chaos. That's how you guys win. Cause chaos. You don't want to just run at them straight on. They win that. the problem with this one is I think Garen might beat you. So if you try to flank them and Garen just goes at you, then that could be a problem too.
I think we should have just went straight to Baron here.
Oh no! Well, I mean, everyone's alive, so you can't really. They can defend it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anything, they can get Baron because they have the top in hand. You guys probably resetting after Dragon. So. You guys should defend Baron if you can.
Yeah, that's
well, why did you?
That was on accident.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think you could have gone there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be quite honest, I was already tilted too.
When were you tilted?
I think it was something with the Ari. Like I think it was like a mid play that happened, and I just got tilted. I just couldn't. So decision making in terms of like not forcing, but just pinging where to go or pinging people what to do or whatever just wasn't there. I just wanted to get out.
I mean, I can assume you guys. Well, right now it doesn't look good. I can assume you guys lose just because you're not playing late game properly. I'm not saying just you, like your whole team. Because like I said way early, like at 20 minutes, right? How do you? Because so like 20 minutes or around 20 minutes is a good time for like any game for you to think about. Okay, how do I win and how does the enemy win the game? Because once you get to 20 minutes, the game changes. Like you guys probably lose here. No. Once you get to 20 minutes, the game changes, right? You're no longer jungling. The laners can leave their lanes. Like top doesn't have to be top, mid doesn't have to be mid, and so on, right? The game is like we call it late game. So that's when you gotta think about how do we play late game. I need to change my mindset. Like the game's different. So that's why I said, okay, I'm looking at it now. Like that's why also like at the beginning of the game I didn't really talk about this because early game is different from late game. So early game you're mostly thinking which camp do I start, which lanes do I gank, do I invade or do I defend from an invade or things like that. Then when you get to the late game, then you think about, okay, how do I win? My comp likes to pick, their comp likes to team fight. How can I maximize my chance of winning? And so for you, like I said, you guys need a pick. How do you get a pick? It's not by running 5 into 5, right? It's by controlling the jungle. It's by flanking. So you had to try to flank in this game. I think Mundo and Ahri needed to split push because they can't really catch Mundo and Ahri. So what split pushing does is it pulls their 5 people apart from the map, right? If you never pull them apart, you always lose, right? Like I said, 5 people, their 5 is stronger than your 5. But if you split them, they're no longer 5. They're 3-1-1 or something. And in 3-1-1 or 3-2 or whatever, some other number, it's more favorable for your comp. So Mundo and Ahri needed to split push. Blitz needed to control vision, like he needed sweep vision and place vision. So with vision, that helps you get picks, right? That you can see, oh, he's over here, let me pull him. Or they're moving here, so let's set up a ambush here. Like that's mostly Blitz's job. I'm telling you other people's jobs. Then I'll tell you your job again is to look for a flank. So like, let's say you see them all mid, right in the middle of the map. Then you should go through Raptors or maybe go through the Wolves, their Raptors, and look to flank them with your E. But of course, you have to wait for your team the fight to start. You don't just go in first, right? If you just go in first, they'll just all turn on you and they'll just kill you. So you have to like threaten them with the flank. Like, you can even show that you're behind them. In some cases, you can even show them that you're behind them. Then they will be kind of scared, or some people will be scared. Some people won't even notice you're behind them, and then their team will, again, like I said, this will cause chaos to the enemy team, and they might they might split up, and then your team has a better chance to win with your flank, like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like Kaisa and Jin, they don't really have much of a job. They just auto target. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, you can. I'm showing you like the big picture, right? Like what your team can do. You can't control them, but they should be doing that. And then what you should be doing is the flank. I'd say it's pretty hard to win this game just because of your comps. And you guys, if you guys got really ahead early, then you could win just by face tanking them like 5v5. But you guys did not get that much ahead, so you have to play it properly. What elo is this? Like silver 4, bronze 1? Yeah, in those elos, people don't really do anything other than team fight, like 5v5s. So what I'm sharing with you is more advanced, and it probably won't happen. Like I said, I told you what your teammates need to do. They probably won't do that. Like you see, they didn't really do that this game. So you just lose. You just lose, which is okay. I mean, you can't win every game. And then you just try the next game. But yeah, just sharing you like how you should be thinking, and it could definitely help you for later. So that's also why that's also why like team fighting comps usually are the best comps in lower elos. So like Zack's pretty OP, Amumu, things like that. Sejuani, you play Sejuani, right? She's pretty strong in lower elos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
I guess because I broke this down, so are you okay if I like just reiterate what you've gone through?
I'm sorry, what? Say it again.
I wrote some of this down, so is it okay if I just like reiterate?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So if you're low recall, instead of getting boots first, like the whole item, like
we go back. So not only that you're low, right? It was that you cleared 3 camps and you ganked bot. So by doing that, you tell the enemy, especially the enemy jungler Zack, you're telling him my whole blue side is up. Come take it. Like it's free for you.
Oh.
That's why he took your blue, because he knows you're not there, right? He knows. I mean, if he paid attention that you're bot, right, with your red buff.
Okay.
Yeah. But double reason, right? Also in your low. So there's 2 reasons why you should recall, which is why I feel like that's a big mistake that you didn't recall right there.
Right.
Yeah, and go
But
on.
I do that on Sejuani too as well, and I still get invaded, so that makes that clears that up.
Yeah, lots of junglers can do like the 3 camps gank bot or 3 camps gank top, but when you do that, you need to realize what you just told the enemy team. I just told the enemy team my whole path, right? Because they can see you have 1 buff, and they can see you're level 3, and they can see your top, or they can see that you're bot. So it's not hard to piece it together what camps that you did.
Right.
Which is also why, like I said, the red Raptors Gromp is a pretty strong ganking path, because you do red Raptors Gromp, you gank top, and then the enemy sees, and what are they gonna do? They can't do anything. They can go to your red buff, you took that. They can try to steal your Raptors, you took that. They can go steal your Krugs, but that's so far for them. Okay, they could try to steal your blue, but you're topside. There, you can defend your blue. So that's why that path is so strong for if you're looking for like a early gank.
Okay.
Yeah. And then go on. The next thing you said was the boots. Yeah.
Yeah, don't buy like full item boots.
Yeah, usually. I mean, there's like some champions like different. Like Sejuani actually like tanks. Like Sejuani and Zack, they can build like the Ionian boots. Those are pretty strong for tanks. Just it helps them clear faster. But not for like damage champions. Let me change it again. Not for AD champions. So like Viego. You play Evelyn, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. For Evelyn, it's different. Like mage champions is different. Sork boots are pretty strong. Sork boots rush are pretty strong. So. Like there's rules, but they're not always hard rules, right? So I would say for AD champions like Viego or Lee Sin, Kane, you just want tier 1 boots, or sometimes you don't even need boots. But for mage champions and for tanks, then tier 2 boots can be pretty strong. Tier 2, we're talking Sork boots or Lucidity boots. Those are the 2 main boots that you want to rush sometimes. Yeah.
You said jungle is a numbers advantage, so like 2v2 is more risky than a 3v2
Yeah.
or a 1v2.
You basically want the advantage, unless you're super fed or your teammate is super fed, then you don't like that. And then what I also said was like if you're going into a non-advantage, you actually lose the advantage because you show the enemy where you are. So let's say you gank bot and you guys are 2v2, then the enemy Garen will be like, oh great, Viego is bot. I don't have to worry about Viego topside. So you actually lose in terms of that's like invisible power. Like you don't really notice it yourself, but the enemy feels like relieved. Like the Garen feels relieved that you're bot.
Okay. You said don't buy 2 pots or like any pots after the first clear.
Yeah.
Viego has to go in and not out.
Yeah, I mean you can't. I mean, like you do have like a flash ult out, but like yeah, generally yeah. Or actually, you might learn also that I don't know if you've tried this, but Viego also has like a. This is also relating to his flanking playstyle. Like he likes to flank. Is that your E is really powerful for that? Like you use your E, then you walk near them. Maybe you Q them. You don't W. See, W is the main thing you want to hold. W, because W is yeah. You can like throw your Q out and then run away and then come again and throw another Q or something and things like that. W is only when you're very confident that I want to fight.